Hi guys, welcome to Colossal Mathematics class. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. In today's class, I want to solve examples on root of equation. In my last class, I explained on the proof of quadratic equation. So in today's class, I'll be dealing with how you can solve the quadratic equation using the root of equation formula. Alright, so I have a question here. It says find the root of the equation below. So we know that our alpha plus beta, the sum of roots is minus b over a, while the product of root alpha beta is c over a. You can check my previous video on proof of quadratic equation, proof on the root of quadratic equation. You will see how I prove these formulas there. Alright, so let's go to this. I want to find the root of the equation, the sum and the product of this root of equation. So the first one, I have a question. 2x squared plus 4 equals to 7x. Alright, so in this question, I want to find the root. The first thing I have to do is to bring this to this side. That will be 2x squared minus 7x plus 4 equals to 0. I want it to be in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Alright, so here my a is what? Is 2, my b is what? Minus 7, and my c is what? 4. So for me to know my sum of roots, alpha plus beta will now be what? Minus b over a, which is now minus 7. Because I have minus in front of my b again, so I have to put it in brackets. All over what? My a, which is what? 2. So that now be what? Minus and minus plus, and my final answer be what? 7 over what? Over 2. Alright, so if I want to do this, what will be the root of the equation, the alpha beta, which is what? C over a. My alpha beta c over a, what is my c here? 4. What is my a here? 2. 4 divided by 2 will give me what? 2. So that is the answer to that first question. Alright, so the second question also, we have question b, which says we have 5y squared plus x minus 1 equals to 0. I want to find my sum of root and product of root. So here I know my a will be what? 5, my b will be what? Coefficient of x, which is 1, and my c is what? Minus 1. Alright, so for me to do it, my alpha plus beta will now be what? Minus b over what? Over a, which will now give me what? What's my b? 1. So that will be minus 1 over what's my a? 5. So my alpha beta is what? Minus 1 over 5. Then my alpha beta, which is what? C over what? Over a. My c is what? Minus 1. So that's minus 1. And my a is what? Is 5. So that is minus 1. So in this equation, my alpha plus beta is the same thing as my alpha beta. Alright, so let's move to the second part where we will be finding the value of an unknown using the product of roots and sum of roots formula. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Alright, to the second part now. To the second one, we have the product of, they tell me to find the value of k if the product of k plus 1 x squared plus 4k plus 1 x plus k minus 1 equals to 0. They said if the product of root is 7 over 2, what will be the value of k? That's what I want to do in this video. Alright, so very simple. Here my a is what? K plus 1. Alright, my b is what? 4k plus 1, and my c is what? K minus 1. Alright, so here, you know your alpha beta, the formula is what? Minus b over, our alpha beta product is what? C over what? Over a. Alright, so what is our c here? Our c is what? k minus 1 over what's our a? K plus 1. Alright, and what they say my alpha beta is? My alpha beta is what? 7 over what? Over 2. So cross multiply, that will be what? 7 multiplied by what? K plus 1 equals to 2 multiplied by what? K minus 1. Alright, 7 times k will give me what? 7k plus 7 equals to 2 times k will give me what? 2k minus 2 times 1 will give me what? 2. So collect like them. That will be what? 7k minus what? 2k equals to minus 2 minus 7. Alright, so from here 7k minus 2k will give me what? 5k equals what? Minus 9. So if you are dividing through by 5, so we have 5 and now we have 5, then 5 will cancel 5. Therefore, the value of my k is what? Minus 9 over what? Over 5. So this should be our answer when the product of root is what? 7 over 2. Alright, so for instance, if they ask me to find the value of k, if I'm told to find the value of k, if the sum, let's do it the other way around. Let's say they said find the value of k if the sum of roots, if the sum of roots, if the sum of roots is equals to 5. How are we going to do that? The same thing, sum of roots equals to what? Minus b over what? Over a, and sum of roots will now be what? What's my b? My b is what? Minus open bracket 4k plus 1 all over what? My a, which is what? K plus 1. And they asked us that the product of sum of which is what? 5. So that would be 5 equals what? Minus 4k minus 1 over k plus 1. So cross multiply, we have minus 4k minus 1 equals to 5 open bracket k plus 1. Alright, so that will be minus 4k minus 1 equals to 5k. 5 times 1 will give us what? 5. So collect like 10. That will now be what? Minus 4k minus 5k equals to 5 plus 1. Alright, so minus 4k minus 5k give us what? Minus 9k equals to what? 6. Alright, so equals to 6, then divide both sides by what? Minus 9. So divide both sides by minus 9. If you cancel this, then my k therefore be what? 2 over what? Minus 3. Then therefore k is equals to minus 2 over what? Over 3, because negative cannot be in the denominator, it has to be in the numerator, right? So this would be my final answer. So let's see the last example we have for today. Don't forget to share this video to your loved ones, subscribe and like. If you have any question, you can ask your question on the comment section. I'll be there to answer all your questions. Alright, so let's see the last example. They said find the value of k if the sum of roots is what? Is 3. So we have the equation 4x squared plus kx minus 4 equals to 0. So they told me that the sum of roots is what? 3. So they say alpha plus beta is equal to what? 3. Alright, so how do we do that? Don't forget alpha plus beta is equals to what? Minus b over what? Over a. And from this equation, my a is what? Is 4. My b is what? K. And my c is what? Minus 4. Alright. So let's do, so our alpha plus beta will now be what? Minus k over what? Over 4. And they said my alpha plus beta is what? 3. So that will be what? 3 equals what? Minus k over what? 4. Cross multiply, minus k will now be equals to what? 3 times 4, 12, and minus, and k will now be what? Minus 12. So let's say they told me that the sum of the product, I can't find the value of k using the product formula, because the product formula implies that c over a, and therefore I can't find the value of k. So the only method I can use to find my value of k is using the what? The sum root formula for this kind of question. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and share this video. Thank you.